G'day viewers, welcome once more to WAINGAFAT Wednesday, where I tell you what am I not giving a fuck about today. And today, I'm not giving a fuck about the news that iconic Australian car manufacturer Holden is going to shut down manufacturing in Australia. Very brief background for people who may not know about Holden, people from outside Australia. It is the first and only real sort of Australian-made major car manufacturer. Other cars have been made here. Some international car brands manufacture or have manufactured in Australia. But it's like, you know, Holden was the Australian car. Been in manufacturing for about 65 years, and they're gonna shut up shop because it's not economically viable. And there we have the linchpin of why do I not give a fuck about this? The reason it's happening is because there's no money in it. And the only reason Holden has stayed around as long as it has is literally billions of dollars in subsidies paid into it over the years. No, I am concerned for the thousands of people who are going to immediately lose their jobs. And in fact, with the knock-on effects, some of the calculations are 40 or 50,000 people involved in vehicle manufacturing in Australia could eventually lose their jobs. That's clearly not good. But by the same token, if there's no sound economic model for maintaining those jobs, then you have to find one. Artificially propping something up is bullshit. Now, for someone who's, for most of their life, had an interest in areas that aren't necessarily about, you know, making profit, things like the arts, for instance, the creative fields. I've spent my life being shat on by hardcore capitalists and fucking farmers who want, do something worthwhile, you fucking hippie, commie piece of shit. But when something doesn't go right for them, rather than saying, oh look, my farm is not economically viable, my business is not economically viable, rather than biting the fucking bullet and saying, well, maybe I shouldn't be fucking doing it because I can't make a dollar out of it, you go, government's got to give me subsidies. And the subject is actually quite complex. It's not as black and white as never do subsidies. It's not as black and white as always do subsidies. There is a lot of room for discussion and debate. This is just some of my lifelong bitterness coming out. So, yeah, you know, if you can't make a buck, it's not going to happen. Holden is owned by the American General Motors Corporation, and they're the ones who made the decision to pull the pin. Now, the opposition party is hammering the government saying, this is your fault. You wouldn't support them. You're dicks. In other words, they're shamelessly politicizing this because that's what politicians do. This is pretty an obvious political ploy to be made. Make the government look bad. That's what the opposition always tries to do. But if you're in the Liberal Party or a Liberal Party supporter and you want to go, how dare they politicize you? Fuck you. Fuck you hard with something big and unlubricated and wrapped in barbed fucking wire. Because this was taken exactly from the Liberal Party's playbook when they were in opposition. So fuck you if you want to say the politicising of this is unacceptable, because the fucking Liberal Party politicised everything and everyone in horrible, shallow, cruel ways. So fuck that shit. But yeah, you know what? For the individual people who are directly affected with their jobs for this, I do feel bad for you. But in the broader economic picture, if a big company that can't make money without billions of taxpayer dollars propping it up goes under, I find it really hard to give a fuck.